So Miss Harcourt was the club secretary, is that right? Monday, you cheap, sleazy, half-witted lying jerk.
You know each other?
Oh, Sergeant Brogan and I go way back. You'll have to forgive him. His father wanted a son.
You can get out of here Monday. This is an official criminal investigation.
Sergeant Brogan, please.
I should have known something was turning sour when it started clouding up this morning.
No, that's no reason to lash out at one of our new members.
Excuse me, ma'am. It's just that rainy days and Monday always get me down. New members.
New member?
Yes.
No members! Have you gone deaf as well as blind?
Since when did you join the Bridge and Horsey set?
My Uncle Harry's wanted to join for years.
Uncle Harry?
Uncle Harry?
Yes.
Uncle Harry!
You know, you don't got any brothers or sisters, and you ain't been married either.
It's kind of one of them things like Big Brothers of America. I'm a big uncle.
You're a big something, I'll give you that.
Look, don't mind me, dear. I just need to make a phone call.
Now, Sergeant Brogan, you were saying?
Yes, this Harcourt lady?
Yes, Lily Harcourt, the club secretary.
Western Union? Let me speak with Johnson.
Yes, how long had she held this position?
Well, for 4 years now. I have no idea why anyone would want to murder her. Or why anyone would want to murder Mrs. Pomeroy, or a greenskeeper either, for that matter.
And nothing to tie them together, other than belonging to Shady Meadows, of course.
Nothing I can think of. Odd, though, that they were murdered in 3 different ways. Our greenskeeper stabbed, Mrs. Pomeroy poisoned, and Harcourt shot.
And no one heard anything, huh? Except, of course, Monday over here.
Hey, I ain't listening. Oh, I guess I was.
Yeah, I guess you was too. Look, it don't take no minder to see what you two are up to here.
No, you'd need a mind for that.
Look here, Monday. I could run you in right now for obstructing justice.
Try it.
Excuse me, boys.
How do you join this club?
Is she a suspect? I hope.
Stella Fontaine. No, she's innocent.
She reminds me I need to rotate my tires.
Look, Miss Hodecker, we'll be in and out of here till we get this thing solved. But I'm watching you, Monday. You ain't no member.
Hey, I got a lot of upper class. I know the rules of society. My dear, which way to the golf field?
Through that door. There's a pro shop just outside the door where you can buy some clothes and rent golf equipment. George will help you.
Out of my way, Flatfoot! I am a bit rusty at this game. It's been a long time since I held a golf bat.
All right, I'm leaving. But I'm keeping an extra close eye on you, Monday. Miss Hodecker, I'll be back just as soon as I check with the boys in the lab.
Maybe they'll give you your mop and bucket back.
You dirty...
Who did you need to call?
Buddy of mine at Western Union. Had him send me a wire.
Had him send you a wire?
Yeah, it's an old trick of the gumshoe trade, kid. You never know when you might need one. Question for you. Why the cover?
Oh, you mean you being my uncle? Mr. Monday, things look pretty bad for me right now. The thing is, I've been working as manager for 2 days, and I'm doing a really great job, except for...
3 people getting murdered?
I mean, I'm a pretty smart cookie. I got a lot of great credentials, good references, solid background. But now, what with those...
3 people getting murdered?
I graduated at the top of my class, voted class favorite, had all kinds of offers, but nobody ever taught me how to handle...
3 people getting murdered. Are we coming to an end of this? Miss Hodecker!
Yes, sir, Mr. DeBoris?
It's happened again!
What?
I'm all wet!
You can say that again.
Again, there are no towels in the washrooms!
Sorry.
Who are you?
Oh, me? I just got done cleaning out the gutters. How you doing, Val? Hey, pleased to meet you. Sorry about that, I forgot my gloves.
Yeah, I don't like you. Miss Hodecker!
I'll get you some towels right away.
What is it?
Oh, nothing. You just remind me of my ex-partner.
Oh, what's he like?
Yeah.
Go away, just please go away.
Hey, that's a great manicure. Who does your nails?
Oh, a wonderful woman by the name of Maxie Smoot. Here. This is where she works.
Ah, thanks. Hey, can I tell her you sent me?
Don't you dare!
Here you are, Mr. Morris.
Now I have to wash up all over again.
Make sure you wash up all over. Who's that wriggler?
That's Cecil DeBoris.
Cecil DeBoris.
He's president of our country club.
Does he know the victims?
Mr. DeBoris, I doubt very much if he's our killer.
I don't know. When he looked at me, there was murder in his eyes.
He'd be a good one to have on your side.
Big fish in a little pond?
Something like that. Also, he's the biggest gossip at the club. Of course, you need to know how to get around him.
I see, like all big fish, you gotta know how to play them.
Exactly.
Lose your castanets?
No, don't speak.
I feel an energy emitting from you.
I got a sardine sandwich in my pocket.
You're a Virgo, aren't you?
I'd answer that, but I might get thrown out of the club. She hasn't had her ticket validated in a long time.
This is Glamis Ludlow. She's very big into astronomy.
Astrology, my dear.
What's the difference?
Astronomy is the study of large bodies.
Large heavenly bodies, planets and things.
Oh, you're into the sciences. I knew we were going to have a very warm and giving relationship. Give me your hand. Oh, yes, you have an extremely long lifeline.
See there, Uncle Harry, you're going to live a long life.
Oh,
My hand will anyway.
Oh my, this is simply too much. All your signs point directly to, well, never mind. Of course, I wouldn't expect you to understand it all.
Really? Then tell me this. If you're into astrology, how do you relate this exercise in palmistry to the zodiacal sciences, when in fact it's much more closely akin to phrenology and has nothing to do with cosmic alliances?
You're not a Virgo.
Not so loud.
Glamis, this is my Uncle Harry. He's joined our little group here.
Yes, well, we do have 3 fresh openings, don't we?
Ooh, I like you.
Of course. Miss Hodecker?
Does she know what decade this is? Does she know the victims?
Look, everyone here knew the victims. Wait, I know. Around 6 we're having a little get-together. Sort of an emergency committee meeting. How the club's going to handle the bad publicity and all. You can meet the rest of the suspects. I guess you would call them at the time. Till then, why don't you get a feel for the place? Take a look around. Play a couple rounds of golf. The pro shot.
Right out the door. I know, kid. It's your dime.
Huh?
You're the boss.
Oh, right. I just better go make sure Mr. DeBoris doesn't have any more reason for complaints.
I don't think he needs reasons.
You may be right. By the way, how'd you know so much about astrology?
I once worked security at the White House.
Oh.
So, how do you like the Shady Meadows Country Club set? You've seen them all before. Frozen smiles in glass houses, varicose veins in plaid shorts. A place where old polyester goes to die. A joint where murder becomes polite conversation along with stock market tips and neighborhood values. I felt about as out of place there as a ham in a bar mitzvah. But I had a job to do, yeah, kids. It's all part of the game. Stakes are high and you're playing for keeps. Just ask those 3 stiffs back at the morgue. You won't get an answer, trust me on that one. So I knew if I were going to crack this baby, I had to fit in. even if it killed me. See, I told you the stakes were high. Well, as they say, when in Rome.
All right, everyone, can I have your attention? Everyone! Thank you. Now, I've called this meeting so that we may judge what damage has been done to Shady Meadows' reputation and what steps we might take in order to repair it.
Your Honor?
Mr. President, Frida, you will address me as Mr. President.
Whatever. I was just wondering, why don't we just change the name of our little old club?
Anyone else?
Well, why not?
Frida, a rose is a rose is a rose.
Isn't that okay? I don't understand. What do you mean?
He means that changing the name won't do any good. We're still the same club in the same location.
Well, I never liked the name of the club. Shady Meadows. Ooh, sounds like a cemetery. Cemetery!
A few more corpses and we'd qualify.
David, believe you had an idea.
Just a glimmer, a thought, a little ad campaign. You see, publicity's the key. How do you fight fire?
You set fire to the place? I missed the point again, didn't I?
A new series of ads, a blanket campaign, that sort of thing. Play up the history. Oldest club in the area, stinking in tradition. We show pictures of the founders alongside pictures of young couples enjoying sports. From the old to the new, from the past to the present.
From the living to the dead.
Hit television, newspapers, a whole whitewash, you get me?
It's a start.
Oh, I can see it now. Play up the address and make it our signature. Finish the ad with some catchy slogan like, Shady Meadows, the now place, the place where the elite meet.
A place people are dying to go to.
Stella, if you don't have anything constructive to offer.
Look, Mr. President, it strikes me as a bit cold that 3 people have been murdered and all anyone here is worried about is their image. Just bury them and move on with business? Is that the plan here? Doesn't anyone here know how to grieve?
Doesn't anybody here worry about who's next?
Hold it. I understood that.
What do you mean, who's next?
There's a presence here. An ominous orb of doom.
Here we go, the Grim Reaper's cheerleader.
Yes!
Don't you feel it? That musty presence? The closeness? The devouring appetite of death? It's still with us. It looms darkly as if waiting for its next victim.
Say, are there any more meatballs? Other than Glamis, that is.
Thought that you like, Mr. Soames, but mark my words, it is not over. It's definitely not over.
You've been married how many times, Glamis?
4. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, it makes one wonder, doesn't it?
No, see, here
All right,
you-
everyone, let's try not to let our personalities into this.
Or maybe we should.
Pardon?
Well, that's usually why someone gets murdered now, isn't it? Because of how they are, or something they did as a result of the personalities? Just why were those 3 people murdered?
The police are still working on a motive.
Exactly, a motive. One reason to kill 3 people. Now, what do they all have in common?
No, I suggest that we allow the authorities to do their job, and we move on to more pressing matters.
So there's not any more meatballs then.
I still say it's a bit foolish that we're worried about what we look like to the outside world. What difference does appearance make?
Fine!
Oh my God!
How did you do on the links?
On the what?
The golf course? How'd you do on the golf course?
Oh, great. Hit an eagle. 2 birdies. took a swing and I had feathers up my nose.
Oh, Uncle Harry, you're joking, aren't you?
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Monday, we're in the middle of a meeting here, so if you don't mind.
No, I want everyone here to meet him. You see, I think his services may be able to help us out.
Oh, tell me, what line of work are you in, Mr. Monday?
I forget.
Another one of his little jokes.
Yeah, sure. The name's Monday, Harry Monday. I'm a
Psychiatrist!
Son?
Psychiatrist?
Well, what good can he do here?
Well, I just thought that he might be able to help us out, get through any psychological problems we may be having dealing with the recent tragedies. You know, getting straight in our minds, examining us.
How wonderful. I have nothing to hide.
You've got nothing to examine.
Miss Hodecker, I really think any intruders at this
Oh, I don't mean to intrude, but you won't even know I'm here.
Yeah, not in that outfit.
Mr. Morris, we're very fortunate to avail ourselves of his services. He's a very busy man, just returned from Europe.
Oh, that must have been the ore I picked up when we met earlier.
Yeah, I must have forgot to wipe off my shoes.
So, tell me, Mr. Monday, just what countries did you visit in Europe?
I don't know.
What?
Well, it was kind of a whirlwind tour. 14 countries in 2 days.
14.
Yeah, it was called Trip on a Rope. I think I got Liechtenstein caught in the seat of my pants.
Uncle Harry was just telling me that the best way for us to deal with the murders is to simply share how they affected each of us, what we were doing, and where we were when they happened, that sort of thing.
Hey, that's good.
What?
Look, it's easy. I know, let's make a game out of it. I'll tell you where you were when the murderers I'll try to guess where you were when the murders took place, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. Now, y'all were here.
Wrong.
That was fun.
No, now we'll come to the psychological part of it. I'll now tell you who you were closest with and what's bothering you. Let's start with you, Cease. Now, I've already met you earlier today, so I think I have a pretty good idea. Of the three, you were most shaken by the death of Mrs. Harcourt.
What? Yeah, that's right.
Also, you are deeply worried right now because you can't find your wallet.
My wallet. My God, it is missing.
There you go. Big hand for Cease, folks. And you are?
Frida Mae Bristow. I've been a member of this club for 6 years. My hobbies include collecting old fan magazines and watching television. I'm what you might call a
6-letter word for vegetable, usually associated with a couch.
You were closest with the late Mrs. Palmer.
That's so true. She was like my very own mother.
She was younger than you are.
They both wore hats.
And you are?
David Soames. I'm in advertising.
A 4-leaf clover. Is it lucky?
Sometimes. Now, you were about to examine me.
You, I think, were closest with the late greenskeeper.
I'm afraid you've gone off course a bit there. See, David never speaks to the help, never even set foot on the golf course.
Right on target there, Cease. Not much of an athlete, Mr. Monday.
Yeah? Then why is there a twig of greens grass still adhering to your left shoe?
What?
You don't act much like a psychiatrist, Mr. Monday, more like a, private eye.
No, really, he's just very good.
You make rather snap judgments, don't you? Or should I say deductions?
My deductions, as you may call them, are all based on human nature and behavior. I said that Cease there...
Cecil!
El Presidente.
I said that he was closest with the late Mrs. Harcourt simply because he's president of the club and she was the secretary. Birds of a feather.
Oh.
And to think that Mrs. Bristow
Yes.
would be closest to the late Mrs. Pomeroy isn't too far a stretch.
That's true.
But David's being on the greens because of a twig?
There's no grass or anything else on my left shoe.
No, but you looked. That's psychology.
Very good, Mr. Monday. Maybe you can find the killer for us.
Why do you say that?
Well, that's the real reason why he's here. Isn't that right, Miss Hodecker?
No, I
Tell me, Cease! How long have you had these feelings of persecution?
Well, ever since you swiped my wallet and started calling me Cease.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes, George.
the dinner buffets are...
Oh, not a moment too soon. I could eat a horse.
Well, nice to see a few murders hasn't affected your appetite. Unless that's what you have an appetite for.
Gee, Glamis, I think your planets are out of orbit. Or maybe it's just the way that dress hangs.
Shall we? Maybe Mr. Monday there can demonstrate to all of us how they manage to eat in Europe.
Oh, it's just like here, you eat till you hurt.
You have been to Europe.
Eat until you hurt? That doesn't sound like very good medical advice.
Sure, you know what they say. No pain, no gain.
Well, perhaps we should get together later. You see, I know who the killer is.
What?
Is everyone coming?
Right away!
I'll be right there. I know who the killer is. Maybe we could talk later when there's nobody else around.
Are you coming, Mr. Monday?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I knew you were a man of learning with your aura and all. I bet you're also psychic.
Oh, I pick up on a few things here and there.
I need to tell you something after dinner.
You know who the killer is?
That's right. Oh, your celestial bodies must be in close harmony with mine. Later, I want to look at your moon.
That was quite a performance.
One which you forced me into, psychiatrist.
Look, I know everyone here better than you. Give them a scandal and they climb out. But give them a chance to talk about themselves and they tell you anything you need to know. They're especially chatty over food. Are you coming?
I'll be right there. Well, you still with me so far? What a nest of weasels. Listen, I just wanted to let you in on my thinking thus far. I haven't done any. I can see you're with me on that one. What we need right now are a few facts, a few juicy tidbits from someone on the inside. And I think I know just our man, the cook. George, you got a minute?
Yeah, sure. Say, you're the shrink.
That's right. You don't mind if they listen in, do you?
No, of course not. Hello.
A couple questions for you, George.
About the murders?
Yeah, how'd you guess?
Well, I didn't think you wanted my recipe for Petty Forest.
Now, who found the first body? Who found Harcourt?
That would be me.
Okay, and Harcourt had been shot?
That's right.
Now, who here is proficient in firearms?
Everybody.
Everybody?
We have a rifle range here, you know?
You do?
Yeah, over there on the west side of town. Near the road they call Flat Tire Avenue. It's not a coincidence.
Okay. Mrs. Pomeroy, who found her?
That would be me.
You also found the second body?
Hey, Some people find four-leaf clovers. Me, I find...
You know, for a cook, you do an awful lot of snooping.
Hey, I'm also the cleaning supervisor. I run the pro shop, and I keep the lost and found department.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of cutbacks here the last couple of years.
Now, Pomeroy was poisoned. Any poison around here?
There is, it's for the greens, the golf course.
Which brings us to the third body, the greenskeeper. Who? Should I even ask?
Ask what?
Who found the greenskeeper?
That would be me.
I don't know why you even bothered to suit up. You could have phoned this in.
You know, the greenskeeper was stabbed. And the thing is... Oh, no, oh my goodness!
What?
Well, if the greenskeeper was stabbed, that means...
What?
I gotta be the greenskeeper, and I gotta run the pro shop, and I gotta keep the lost and found department.
Never mind. Now, before we go on, I'm sure you'll remember those 3 tips I got from Gladys Ludlow, Stella Fontaine, and Frida Mae Bristow. Each of them mentioned that they knew who the killer was. Of course, none of them told Sergeant Brogan about their theories. Why? Because that's all they were theories. Now, here you gotta be careful, especially when you've been in this racket as long as I have. Eyes in the back of your head, you gotta depend on your own senses and instincts. Eyes in the back of your head, that sort of thing. Don't let anything get past you. Laugh if you like, but it's what the job calls for. Do your homework, watch your back, and keep on pushing. Then, just when you think everything isn't making sense, that's when clues start falling in your lap. Here's one now, I'll bet. George, are you... Who did this to you, George?
Rosebud!
Oh, there you are.
Hey, how was dinner?
Pretty good. Service is slow.
I'm not surprised. The cook was murdered.
Well, that's late. What?
Take it easy. I already put him in the locker room, wrapped him up in towels.
George? Who would want to murder him?
Now, there's a good question. We should work on that one.
I mean, we were all in the dining room.
It was poison, I suspect. The thing is now, it could have happened any time. The thing is now is to wait and see who starts missing him first.
Oh, good idea. They'd be the ones that want us to find him.
Play along with me. Don't say a word, no matter how long it takes. It might take all night.
Billie Jean, Mr. Monday,
Call me Harry.
have you seen George?
Matter of fact, I was just speaking to him a few minutes ago. Why do you need to see him?
Oh, it's not me, it's Frida.
Frida?
He simply must have his recipe for Boston potato soup. Do you think he'll give it to me?
Well, you could ask him, but he's kind of tight-lipped.
I'm sure that's all you need to see him for.
Say, has anybody here seen George?
What?
You too?
Me too, what?
We were just looking for him ourselves.
His Boston potato soup is to die for.
That's what the big deal is. You take a potato and go to Boston.
Has anybody seen George lately?
You need to find George?
Oh, one minute he's hovering over everybody, and the next minute he's a ghost.
Which would make it easier for him to hover, don't you think? And why do you need to see George?
Well, I need to see him myself. Go over the revised budget.
Okay, all of you people who need to see George on that side of the room.
Beg your pardon.
Well, parlor game, let's go.
Some more of your psychological tests?
Something like that. Okay, show of hands. Who here thinks they know who the murderer is? Okay, a little bulletin for you. George has also just been murdered.
What?
I don't believe it.
George? Murder?
It's true, I'm afraid. He's now resting in the locker room.
Washed up at last. Sorry.
Have the authorities been notified?
First murderer?
Well, I suppose there's no need in keeping it a secret anymore. Our illustrious president here.
Me? Why, you painted up paisley bird?
Why do you suspect Mr. DeVoris?
I overheard him with Harcourt arguing over the finances just last week. Harcourt said something about some plan, and Cecil told her in no uncertain terms to get out.
He fired Harcourt?
I did no such thing. And we suggested that we get out more, her and I. Socially, you know.
You called her a nitpicking, weaselly little parasite that should be squashed like the vermin she is.
That's just my pet name for her.
Glamis, who do you think is the murderer?
I think we should look no further than Mr. Soames.
Me? Glamis, why on earth do you think me a killer?
Well, you always act as if you have something to hide.
Don't you know how these things work, dearie? If I'm acting suspiciously, then I'm obviously not the killer.
Exactly.
What?
And since you know that, then you should know enough to keep acting suspiciously so that you're not actually suspected.
Shouldn't we just put her out of her misery?
Or ours.
Besides, I know all about that little business deal you had with the late Mrs. Pomeroy.
What? What business deal?
Oh, nothing. She's rambling on again about nothing. Besides, we never even signed the papers.
So, things are beginning to come out into the open, huh?
Like a deer in the headlights. And now I've saved the best for last. Frida, yours is the one that'll make all the difference. Who do you think is the murderer?
Oh, I better not tell.
Huh? No! If I'm correct, yours is the one that'll tell us the most. Who do you think is the murderer?
Well, I thought it was George.
Okay. Don't anybody move.
Now what?
Evening, Billie Jean. Billie Jean Hodecker, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court of law.
Wait a minute, what is this, Brogan?
This is an arrest Monday. It's called an arrest.
Billie Jean, the killer? It doesn't make sense.
What?
You're saying Billie Jean killed Harcourt, Pomeroy, and the greenskeeper?
I didn't do it. I didn't have anything to do with it.
On what evidence?
An eyewitness. It was just called in.
Aha! And just who is this eyewitness?
A guy named George says he's the cook out here. All right, let's go. Out to the car.
You better take Mr. Monday there with you. He was the last one to speak to George.
What? What do you mean the last to speak with George?
Well, George, it seems, is also dead.
Monday?
I didn't do it, neither did she.
All right, let's go. The both of you. Out to
Wait
the
a
car.
minute. Mr. Monday's just giving you information voluntarily. And surely the words renowned psychiatrist such
A
as...
renowned psychologist? Is that what he said?
Yes, why?
This bum's nothing but a third-rate private eye.
Oh, well, take them.
Hey! So guess who gets a ride downtown in the old Black Maria? With Brogan barking at us the whole way. I tried to be helpful, honest. Even offered to buy him some mouthwash. Didn't help. You see, where I really needed to be was back at Shady Meadows, what I wouldn't give to be a fly on the wall back there.
Maybe yes, maybe no, but it's interesting, don't you think?
What?
All three of us here looking for something, acting a bit suspiciously on the face of it.
Well, who wouldn't act suspiciously? There have been 4 murders here at the club.
The killer has been caught, hasn't she? Hasn't she?
Billie Jean Hodecker did not kill anybody.
You know this for a fact, or is it the way your stars line up?
Well, it would make sense. Well, the last murder, that is.
George?
What do you mean?
I mean, George calls in, says he saw her murder the other 3, and suddenly he ends up murdered? It makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, that's why she had to kill George.
Well, yes, I guess it would. George was in for a bit of bad luck this month. I did his chart.
Well, I hope we didn't do the whole month. That would have been a waste of time.
Stella, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, look. George didn't witness any murders, and he didn't make any phone calls.
How do you know?
If he would have known who the murderer was, he would have told the police the first time they were out here.
Of course.
Unless...
Huh? Unless he did know who the murderer was and was out for a little blackmail.
Oh, it's amazing how much we can figure out among the 3 of us. Even if we do look like the Andrews sisters.
Hey, you're a lot older than you've been leading on.
I always said that when people come together and they put their heads together, they can always, well, think in a group.
Okay, let's put the cards on the table. I came out here to get a look at the books. That's what I think's behind all this.
The books?
Fine, but which books?
We'll have to check them all, and if there's a slip-up, we'll be sure to find it.
How?
We know everyone's handwriting here.
I don't understand. Which books?
Well, their accounting books are kept at the desk, and there are more books in the kitchen and then some in the pro shop.
Exactly. We'll have to check them all and make sure they each tally up.
I think the kitchen is still open. I can get in there.
But I don't know what we're looking for.
Just get the books out of the desk, if they're still there. I'll go check the pro shop. It should be open, right?
Go ahead. I'll be in the kitchen. Call if you see anything.
Just steal the books? Isn't that like against the law?
Well, I think murder is too.
Well, yeah. Oh, there's nothing in here. Ah! Who did that? Stella? Glamis? Who's there? What? What was that? Who are you? Who are you? Ah! Stay away from me! Stay away!
What was that? Frida? Where are you?
What's going on here? Who turned out the lights?
Get them on, quickly.
Frida? Where's Frida?
Last I saw her, she was at here. Ah! David, what are you doing down there?
Looking for gum. What do you think? The lights were up when I came in and somebody shoved me back here.
Why are you here?
Cecil and I came out to have a look at the books.
Well, where's
He's out parking the car.
Frida?
I don't know. Try lost and found.
She was here not even a minute ago.
Say, just what were you 3 doing here?
Same as you, isn't it obvious? And even more obvious, neither you nor Cecil think Billie Jean's the killer.
Let's just say I have other suspicions. You see, that gumshoe didn't bother to ask us who we thought was the killer. But I know who's been busy keeping the greenskeeper off the greens.
What?
Okay, let's get up. Now what? You people decided to hold a meeting without me? I'm the president, you know.
Let's all fall to our knees and come. Hail to the chief.
Stella, you and the greenskeeper?
You know what they say, the grass is always greener.
Just what are you two doing here?
Wrong question.
What?
It should be, what are the three of us doing here?
No, comes up two every time.
You forgot Frida. We forgot Frida. She's missing. She's missing.
Would you let go of me? I am not a subway strap.
What? Frida's what?
It's simple. There were three of us, and now there are only two.
Maybe it's even simpler. Maybe there's been one more murder. Maybe they're going to simply bump us off one by one.
Look, Moonchild, we're not going to fall for any of your horoscope hocus pocus nonsense. And what is so amusing about all of this?
Well, I was just thinking, it kind of reminds me of that old game Lifeboat, remember? Everybody starts out together, each one saying why they should be in the boat, what they have to offer the other passengers, and if they come up short, if they have no more value to the others, they get voted over the side.
But who throws them over?
That is the question now, isn't it?
And you think Frida has joined the flotsam?
Yes, she'd be my choice.
You have absolutely no morals. You know that.
I'm in advertising.
He could be a lawyer.
Hey! Well, if Frida's missing, let's just go look for her.
Here it comes.
Let's search the place.
Because that's how she showed up missing the first time.
Now, we don't really know that Frida's missing, now do we?
Well, let's see. She was here and now she's not. Unless you're really into parallel universes. That's missing.
Okay, let's look at this objectively then. There are 3 doors to this room.
Right, and I went out that door and I came in the same way.
As did I. Now these other 2 doors.
I came in that door and when I did it was dark.
But did you feel anyone move past you?
No, but he did.
That's right. I came in the front door.
And somebody had pushed you down, you say?
I didn't just say it happened.
I'm telling you, someone has killed her, just like the rest, and then dragged her body out.
Hey, is the play over?
What's the idea of breaking us to death?
Hey, I didn't think I'd find anybody here. Well, I thought I'd find one person.
The killer?
Yeah, makes you wonder, don't it, Toots?
I told you he was a private eye.
Now, if you'll all make yourselves comfortable, I'll tell you who the murderer is.
What?
You know who the killer is.
Oh,
Take a chair.
you mean you were the one turning off the lights?
Guilty, I'm afraid.
But why?
Well, the first time was to make sure of Frida's innocence.
What?
You see, by the time I got back here tonight, I saw you leave out that door. And when you went to the pro shop, I peeked in and saw Frida. This was my chance to eliminate her.
By turning out the lights.
Exactly. You see, if Frida was the murderer, she wouldn't have any need to be fearful of the dark. But she was afraid and ran out, hitting Mr. Soames in her flight.
That's what I keep telling you.
But you turned off the lights again.
Yeah,
And none of us ran.
yeah. Makes you wonder, don't it?
Hey, why are you here? I thought you were in jail.
No evidence on me. Now, let's try to piece this thing together, or as you might say, throw out a piece of cheese and see who comes out the rat hole.
You ever think of writing greeting cards? You don't have anything on me.
No, just that business deal you had with the late Mrs. Pomeroy. Care to tell us about it?
Well, obviously it fell through when she died.
Did it? And you were here to take the books.
How dare you! You snoop!
I was listening at the back door. What good is it to be a snoop if you don't snoop?
I only came here to get the books before anyone else could get the books.
Do you ever work at the White House?
If you know who the killer is, why are you wasting time?
Just trying to establish a motive, or perhaps you'd like to tell us about your relationship with the greenskeeper.
Go ahead. I'll be quiet.
Actually, it was our advertising man here who tipped me off.
Me?
Yeah, a moment ago, when you were all looking for Frida, you suggested they try looking at the lost and found. I think that's where we'll find our link, our main clue.
What?
What do you mean?
I think that's what links George to all the other murders. What did he have in common with all three?
Well, he fed them, he kept them in supplies.
They all had a bad conjunction with their aligning planets.
Oh, why didn't we see it before?
He also found all the other bodies, and I think he found more than that. And if he didn't turn it in to the police, if he didn't make the connection,
He would have put what he discovered in the lost and found.
as per his job.
Now, murder be damned, motive be damned. If you know the name of this killer, you tell us. Who murdered these 4 people?
Easy. It had to be. Don't anybody
Get away from me now.
What was that?
We're going to take a little break right now. Try to get the lights back up and running. Don't worry. I'll keep you posted. Why don't you stretch your legs a little bit? Only one thing. Don't make up your mind yet on who the murderer is. Not all of our players have arrived. Keep your powder dry, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Do I really know who the murderer is? No. I haven't got a clue. so we skipped a little bit there. You think we might have left something out after all that running around and gunshots, right? I know you've all seen those old detective movies where some important clue is left out until the very end, or some character shows up that you never knew about and ends up being the killer. Hey, would I do that to you? Anyway, just to show you that I'm on the up and up, let's go back just a little bit. Here's an oldie but a goodie. Remember this one?
Not again!
Don't anybody move! Don't anybody!
Get away from me now!
Uh-oh. See, this is just the kind of thing I always have trouble explaining. Oh, thank goodness.
What happened?
Hey, I don't know. It's dark. Check her, will you?
What? Oh! Oh my!
Oh, what happened?
Lightning knocked out the lights. Nothing to faint over.
Did it also fire a gun?
Okay, you've got a reason.
But where's... Oh, I'm almost afraid to look.
I'm not telling you where I'm hiding.
Oh, get up, Mr. Outside behind the desk again.
It's getting to be my home away from home.
You think that desk is going to protect you?
Yeah, nothing like a good sturdy couch, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Wait, was that gunfire we heard?
Close enough to make me a believer.
Who has a gun?
Oh, I wish we'd have asked that earlier.
Yeah, but who'd admit it?
Oh, come on now. Somebody had to fire those shots.
And we have the obligatory smoking gun.
Oh, my.
It's still warm.
Don't handle it! Smear a little.
Were you going to say fingerprints?
Yeah, but I lost the urge.
Wait a minute. Don't you carry a gun or, as you'd say, pack a rod?
Well, yeah, but mine's... I must have left mine in my brown slacks.
Has everybody touched the gun now?
Ah, wait there.
Oh, thanks. I was looking for that.
Then it is your gun.
And everybody's fingerprints are on that thing, except for Cecil's. Cecil?
Now where's he gone off to?
Oh, another one. Another one's disappeared.
Everybody relax. He obviously ran out into the dark.
So, according to your theory then, he's not the killer.
That's right. He's safe. Let me rephrase that.
That keeps the back.
The kitchen!
Maybe we ought to stay in a group.
Good idea.
Hello? Hello? Well, that's strange. I know she told me to come here.
I thought I heard someone, so you finally came back, huh?
What?
Don't worry, we're closing in on the killer.
Killer? Did you say killer?
Yeah, the killer, you know, the reason you ran out here a while ago?
I just got here.
Huh?
I didn't introduce myself. I'm Anita Faye Martoon. I came here to meet my sister. She's a member here. Frida Mae Bristow? Oh, you'd know her if you saw her. She looks just like me.
Odd about that, isn't it?
Have you seen her? I was supposed to meet her here and bring her the shares.
Shares? What shares?
Well, shares to Shady Meadows. It's our legal part of the deed. We're selling our part of this place.
You own this place?
Well, part of it. I understood most members own a piece of it. The land, that is. But Frida said we should sell out while we can. She seems to think this place is unsafe.
Good call.
I don't remember the representative's name, but the company is called, wait. Ah, yes. It's a company called Rosebud Investments.
Rosebud?
It was the lost and found department that went up, but we can't get in. The door is jammed. Frida!
Anita.
Frida, Anita!
I'm Frida's sister. We're twins.
The door's jammed. I can only open it a couple of inches.
But Cecil was obviously in there. Frida?
Anita.
Huh?
This is Anita Macaroon.
Martoon. I'm Frida's twin sister.
Uh-huh.
Have any of you seen Frida?
Just a second.
May we see some identification?
What? Oh, sure. I forgot how exclusive this club is.
Well, membership has been dropping off lately.
Yeah, she's back in heat!
Oh, this? I carry this out of force of habit.
Huh?
I used to live in D.C.
We need to put a metal detector at that door.
Well,
Says she's Anita Martoon. Look out!
Now, have any of you seen Frida?
she was here not even 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but we can't seem to find her.
Oh, I sure hope something horrible hasn't happened to her.
Odds aren't good.
Yeah, there's a waiting list.
Will you excuse us a minute? You say you couldn't get the door to the lost and found open, but you say Cecil is in there.
I could get the door open a couple of inches. Place is blown to bits. Smoking rubble everywhere. It was obviously a bomb.
But how do you know that Cecil...
Through the crack in the door, I could see a body. Or what's left of a body. I could only see his midsection, but I could recognize his coat. Remember we came over here together.
And she just happens to show up?
I don't remember Frida ever mentioning that she had a twin.
Me either.
Okay, break. Now, which of you knows about Rosebud Investments? Well, that answers that question. Which of you have sold their shares?
Wait a minute, you think some corporation's behind all this?
Have you sold your part of the club?
I don't own the club. We own the land, and I haven't sold anything.
Neither have I.
Well,
Is it getting hot in here for anyone else?
it is you, isn't it? You got a good price, and now you're selling us all off one by one.
Wait!
I can't believe it. You killing everybody off?
Let go of me! Starting to feel like a wishbone.
People have been killed.
This doesn't make sense.
5, maybe 6 people murdered, and you're worried about making sense?
Maybe I came at a bad time.
Does any of this make sense?
Well, one, I don't think the greenskeeper would have owned any of the property. And two, when someone dies, doesn't their property go to their families? And three, why do the lights keep going on? Don't anybody move? Don't. Anybody? Stella? Lamas? David? Anita, Faye, Frida, May, Banana, Feta, whoever you are. All right. Who is it? I got a gun and I do my best shooting in the dark. Who is it?
Harry?
left. What are you doing back here?
Well, looking for you. You paid my bail. You're that sure I'm innocent.
Right. Best reason in the world. You hired me. If you're guilty, I don't get paid.
Did I miss anything?
Oh, not much, really. Another one's missing, another one's dead, and the obligatory twin shows up.
Another member's dead? Was it poison again?
No, but that's why the greenskeeper was murdered.
What?
George told me that any poison here would be for the greens. The greenskeeper obviously saw or heard somebody take it. That's why he was bumped off. It has to be.
Well, that's better. Where is everybody?
I'm right here.
Roman, what are you doing here?
Oh, I don't know. Murders going on, missing people. I'm a cop. I guess you'd call it job security. Now look here, you dumb gumshoe. You tell me what you've got or I'll run you in and make it stink this time. Withholding evidence and obstructing justice.
Okay. See, there's this company, some corporation called Rosebud Investments, and they're trying to buy up all the land, and everybody's got a piece of it, and everybody's dying off.
Well, that is something. Now go on.
But what doesn't make sense is when somebody dies, doesn't their property go to the next of kin?
Well, it usually
The
does.
tontine.
The what?
Well, it's kind of an old term, but it means the same thing. Everybody buys shares in something, and after the rest die off, the last surviving member gets it.
After the rest die off?
You know, I've heard of that, but it's usually families, isn't it?
Well, usually, but in this case, it was put in effect to prevent use by a family. The way I get it, years ago, the place was about to be sold off. The members held a meeting and decided to collectively purchase the land themselves. But to keep one family from trying to buy out another, they put in a codicil that only the remaining members would inherit the shares. That way, any sale would have to be a unanimous decision by the whole club.
So, obviously, somebody's trying to make the decision unanimous.
And anyone who isn't selling off their part of the land?
Gets another piece of land, only it's on top of them.
Are there any other members around here?
Are you kidding? You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a member.
Why does it not?
Look, we gotta find the others. I'm gonna go out here. You go.
I'm sticking with this little lady till I know differently.
But we need.
Nothing's separating us yet.
Billy Jean, whip on the flashlight, will you?
Where'd she go?
Fun, isn't it? This little game we play. Everybody accuses everybody, and then the lights go up. And when they come back up, somebody's dead. It's kind of like musical corpses. And it's dance.
Get off of me. All right. Through there, and I'm right behind you.
Right.
Now what? I've got to find out who's working with Rosebud. Who is Rosebud?
Okay, don't make a move.
Frida?
I'm her sister, and something's happened to her. Get up from behind that desk. Fine, just fine. Nice and easy.
Frida's sister? But what are you doing here?
She called me to bring down my shares to the country club.
Well, that makes sense. Wait, no it doesn't.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, only members have shares to Shady Meadows. You're not a member, only your sister. How do you own shares?
Well, I guess our little secret is out.
Who are you, really?
Stop right there, I'll shoot. I've already heard about all the others.
Heard? You're not Frida's sister.
I'm not playing silly games here. Don't try anything. Stop! Don't shoot, I tell you. I'll shoot you. What?
I bet I missed something again, didn't I?
How did he get here?
I followed this little white rabbit down the hole. And if I don't, you're gonna knock it off for me?
What does that mean?
Doesn't anybody watch late movies but me?
Where's my sister?
I'm looking for her myself. The name's Monday, Harry Monday. I'm a private eye. that really is your name.
But I'm not falling for it. How stupid do you think I am?
How many guesses do I get?
I'm not kidding around here. I know how to use this thing.
Well, I know. The bullet goes in there and it goes down and up and around. Hey, you don't seem like the same mousy dame I met a while ago.
I can take care of myself, if that's what you mean.
Brogan, do something, will ya?
Brother, you never give up, do you?
Brogan!
I'm waiting till she shoots you. Then I'll have something to arrest her for.
This is no time for jokes.
Who's joking? You sit.
I was only trying to protect myself.
Yeah, right. Look, the name's Brogan. I am a police sergeant.
You say that like you're apologizing.
Yeah, I get that too.
Well, what's your story?
I'm not talking till I see my lawyer.
Well,
I'm not talking either till I see her lawyer. Brogan, you aren't going to let Billie Jean out of your sight.
Billie Jean!
Okay, so you say you came here to bring your shares of Shady Meadows, right?
It's the truth.
Well, only one thing wrong with that. Only members could buy shares. Family members couldn't get in on it. Well, kind of puts a hole in your story, doesn't it?
actually, the contract says that no family member should inherit shares should a club member die.
Right, so?
Didn't say anything about what happens if a club member is judged unfit and the sister gets the courts to appoint the sister as her guardian.
One too many for me. You're Frida's guardian?
Right? That was the only way I could get in on the deal. Frida wanted to give me something ever since my husband died.
Your husband's dead?
That's right.
But that would never hold up in court.
Maybe so, maybe not. But we could bring about a suit that would drag through the courts for years. That would probably nix any deal to sell the club.
So you'd reach a comfortable settlement.
Very good. We win either way.
Which, if you are Frida's twin, would also give you the same motive for killing off all the rest of the members and your twin sister as well.
Looking for this, Mr. Monday.
Hey! Let me have it! Look, wait. In the interest of accuracy, hand me the pistol.
In the interest of self-preservation, I think I'll hold on to it. You never know when the lights...
Brogan! I've been shot! You heard it, the gunshot! She shot me!
I slammed the door. I chased Miss Hodecker in here. We came through that door and I slammed it behind me to let her know she couldn't double back. She must have got out another door in the dark.
I ain't shot? I ain't shot.
Well, it's early still.
Brogan, you don't still figure Billie Jean to be the murderer, do you?
No, of course not, you idiot. Don't you get it? I let her go, didn't I?
Let her go? I paid her bail.
Pay her bail? It was never set. I had to let her go for lack of evidence. I figured she'd come back here, so I followed her. I was hoping to stop the next murder.
In that case, you better arrest me,
Why?
because I'm going to kill the police cashier.
Well, you'll have to get in line.
Brogan, Billie Jean's going to be the next one to die.
Well, how do you figure?
Well, the killer, whoever it is, has to wrap this up in one neat package and not be implicated, right?
I suppose.
What better way than to knock off Billie Jean and frame her for the other murders?
Sure, but if he...
Or she
kills Miss Hodecker, then how?
By making it look like Billie Jean committed suicide and framing her for the other murders.
That certainly would tie up all the loose ends.
We gotta find her.
Well, just how many people are running around this joint anyway?
I don't know. I lost count.
Well, at least I got that Anita's gun.
Oh, okay. Well, could I borrow it?
You want her gun?
It's okay. She's got mine.
What?
Where'd everybody go?
Oh, I thought you said there were people around here.
I know there's people here. I just hope they're still vertical. Come on, run,
Get back here. And your gun, if you please.
It's not my gun.
Yeah, sure. Now we're getting somewhere. And whose gun is this?
It's mine, and why don't you look surprised?
Just where is Miss Hodecker? That's what I want to know.
Right here.
Billie Jean!
Miss Hodecker, you had better get in here.
Not without one little surprise. Look who I found.
Cecil! I thought that...
I know that I was blown up. That's why I've been hiding. If everybody thought that, then well, I'd be safe to watch and listen to them.
How'd he die?
I'm not dead.
You know what I mean.
Somebody blew up the lost and found. Was that you?
No, I didn't even go in there. I was in the kitchen when it went off, but I saw the others pry open the door, and I overheard what they said.
And what did they say?
They said I was dead.
But who planted a bomb in the lost and found?
Maybe they didn't.
How do you mean?
Well, maybe somebody lost it, and George found it.
Oh.
Either way, that's what killed Cecil.
I'm not dead. I'd like to just keep saying that.
But why would they want to blow up the lost and found?
Obviously something incriminating in there.
A clue.
But why blow it up? Why not just remove the clue?
Maybe they couldn't.
Huh?
Who was that?
Get off of me!
Hey, I'm a cop.
I don't want your credentials. I just want you to get off me!
I'm over here.
Somebody fix me!
David?
Stella!
Clarence?
John boy! That reminds me, isn't the Democratic primary coming up? Well, you've seen everything, including a few things I haven't. You have all the facts in the case, and a couple of hints as well. What was the deal that David had with the late Mrs. Pomeroy? Why was Cecil really back here tonight? And is Anita really who she says she is? And think about the lost and found. What are you doing here?
Checking to see if I'm on overtime. What is this?
This is what you call the light of introspection. A detective's instinct lives in this light.
Kind of like a cheeseburger at a fast food joint?
Will you get out of here so I can solve this thing?
Look, don't listen to this guy. When I get around to writing the book, you'll find out what really happened.
Big hand, trying to pad his part. Now, see what I mean? Now, where was I? Oh yeah, the lost and found. Keep in mind, I wasn't supposed to get in there. That bomb was supposed to prevent any further investigation. But I got it figured out anyway. That's right, I know who the killer is. But just for grins, let's see if you agree with me. Who do you think did it? A clap for your favorite suspect. Was it Billie Jean? How about Cecil? Or our ad man, David? Or the hard-hearted Stella? What about the moon child, Glamis? And what about Anita? Is she really who she says she is? Let's see if you're right. Son of a gun must be out of fluid.
All right, let's run a lot of them in and I'll question them downtown.
Not me!
Huh?
You know who the killer is?
Now you got your snow tires on. I know who the killer is.
But do you think it's safe?
Don't you want me to solve this? I mean, you were my prime suspect.
Me?
But someone tried to blow him up in Canada.
That wasn't for me. Who knew I'd go into the lost and found?
Precisely. Who knew any of you would go in the lost and found? You see, that isn't the reason the bomb was placed. It wasn't destroyed because of who was in there, but what?
What?
I said it wasn't destroyed because of who was in there, but what?
What?
I said it wasn't destroyed because of what?
What was in there?
Oh, well, the killer didn't know.
So you're trying to tell us the killer blew up the bomb because of what wasn't in the lost and found?
Well, the murderer might have known its contents, but maybe, just maybe, couldn't figure out the clues, and didn't want anybody else to figure it out either.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you're just trying to get off the hook.
Like you should talk. Why are you here anyways? You're just as guilty.
Why are you?
Why are any of you here?
For the same reason the lost and found was blown up. You see, each of these people either had something in there or was implicated.
You don't seriously think.
He never does.
Well, there were several items in the lost and found, right? But the items I found of particular interest were a pair of odd-colored sunglasses, a page of newspaper open to the horoscope page, a crossword puzzle book, and a drawing on a napkin of a large floor plan with the words Operation Sled written above.
Wait a minute, I just thought of something. If Cecil's alive, then who was in there when the bomb went off?
Only one person it could have been, your twin sister Frida, who had the misfortune of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
But I looked at her and I saw it go, but he's wearing it.
You see, David, you didn't see Frida when she came back here tonight, and she...
Was wearing the same coat as Cecil, the same color.
Oh, so you are her twin.
But Harry, I didn't have anything in the lost and found.
And she was in custody when the last murder took place.
Yeah, and I didn't have anything in there either.
But maybe you did.
Look here, Harry, if you know who the killer is, then tell us, and right now.
Just want you to follow my reasoning, see? You gotta remember, when I first got here, it was after the first 3 murders.
So?
So I saw Stella wearing her sunglasses. She had them after the murders. Then suddenly they end up in the lost and found, obviously planted. The same is true with Stella's crossword book. And I doubt Glamis would take care to murder 3 people and leave a large section of newspaper to be found by George later.
So George did know something.
But David and I are in the clear, right?
There was also a list of items in the lost and found. And the last item on the list was a handwritten, a 4-leaf clover charm. But as we can all see, it's no longer in there.
Wait a minute, I never lost this charm. It was never in there.
Says you and only you. Care to explain yourself?
Hold on there, Brogan. I don't think he did lose it.
But you said...
I said it was on the list, but why was it still there?
I don't get you.
George kept a list of all items. He was really organized that way.
But if David went in to take the charm, he would have seen the list lying there on the table, and the last item on the list was the charm. Why didn't he take the list? Also, all the other items on the list were printed in black ink. I suspect from the pen at the top of the clipboard. But the 4-leaf clover charm was written, not printed, in blue ink. The same ink that was on the napkin. Remember the napkin that said Operation Sled?
Operation Sled. The sled in Citizen Kane. It was called...
Rosebud. And the handwriting on the napkin is yours.
What? I don't know what you're thinking.
I checked it against this, remember? You gave this to me when I first got here regarding a manicurist named Maxine Smoot.
I may be dense.
Can we vote on that?
So, Cecil wrote on the napkin. We all have been approached by Rosebud Investments
And Cecil DeBoris is Rosebud Investments. Think about it, his last name, DeBoris. And if you rearrange the letters ever so slightly,
R-O-S-E.
Rosebud.
Well, what the?
All right, everyone just take it easy. You're right, Mr. Monday. You're right about everything.
the greenskeeper saw you steal the poison?
Yeah, George was trying to blackmail me. I knew I had to get rid of him, but I couldn't figure out about that stupid lost and found of his. I knew he'd leave something behind, but I couldn't figure out what.
So you came back here tonight using David as an alibi, and you dropped him off saying you were going to park the car.
And plant the bomb, that's right. Had no idea about this convention showing up, let alone an unknown twin I never heard of.
And you were the one who called in saying you were George and turned in Billie Jean.
Well, I thought I was all done with, well, these exterminations.
Will somebody do something?
Yeah, we're right behind you. If I were a man, I would resent that.
Now, everyone just take it easy. I'll be running along. But don't think it hasn't been fun, because it's been real blasting.
All right, Mr. DeBoris, let's you and me take a little trip downtown. Thanks, Harry. I guess I owe you one. Come on.
Did I come at a bad time?
Your timing couldn't have been better.
I thought you were kidding. You said a telegram might come in handy.
Yep, you see, this isn't the first time I've come in just under the wire.
Thank you. Thank you.